Welcome back to CAD 298 Practicum, and we're going to continue moving forward in MicroStation, and we're going to show you now how to use your viewing tools in here. This is in Chapter 3 of your text. I'm going to double-click MicroStation, V8i, get in here, and we're going to open a drawing. And to do that, this is in that Envision CAD file that we use in this class, and you come with your book, and you've got a folder, and if we'll slide down in that folder, in the Civil folder, there's Project Signing Details. Click on that, and it's going to open up that drawing, and you can see it here. And move that out of the way for now. Move this out of the way just a little bit. And here is your drawing. Now, when it talks about viewing, you can see right here, this is just the drawing. And if you got your mouse, if you got a wheel on it, they're so much easier to work with, because you can just, if you want to zoom back and forth, you just roll that wheel. Alright, if you want to pan, you just smash the wheel down, and you can move it. It's so much faster. However, if you don't have those luxuries, up here, this is your viewing toolbar, and it's always there. And of course, here is your zoom out, and it's 5 times. You can set that, to whatever you want. You can go 2 times, and if I click now, it'll go 2 times. If you want to zoom in, I'll say 10 times. Click it, it'll shoot in 10 times. But check this, right click gets you out of the command instead of escape if you're used to that in an Autodesk product. But now I want to just do like in AutoCAD, like a zoom extent, and bring this completely inside here, inside my window. What you'd have to do is come up here, and there's a fit view. Just click on it. It brings it in. It's really handy. Alright. Now, let's see what else we need to cover. Now, if you like the view before this one, you've got these little tools up here, View Previous. This goes back to what we just had. Those are really handy to have. But another thing that we need to focus on is down here. You see these tiles that we have? This is like 1, 2, 3, 4. These are different views, tiles that you can have. And you'll see when I click on them, it just opens up a bunch of tiles, okay? And if you unclick them, it unsuppresses them, or it suppresses them back. And you can actually just put them on there, and you can move them wherever you want. You can resize them by grabbing them and pulling it, stuff like that. I'm going to leave these 3 up right here, and I'll put this one over here. You got an exercise in your book that you're going to do that's going to be something similar to this. Okay. Alright. So, like up here at the top, you see how it has its own bar, view bar. This one does, and this one. Don't get confused and be working on this one and try to hit these buttons, because it'll move this one. And what I mean by that is, I want this to be, and this one is, I can just wheel it and get it to about where I want. But if I were to come up here and hit like this window area, and I come down here and I wanted to grab this, well, see what it grabs this up here. Do you see that? People get confused on that all the time. You just got to remember, and I'll zoom back, that this one has its own up here, and that's what's going to move it. So you just come in here, and let's say I want to grab this right here. I want to show it more so. I can just come in here and just hit that zoom window, and it pulls it up. Come over here, let's say I want to zoom a window in down here. I can. So I got 2 wrong ways. I got, and your book's got something very similar you're going to do like this. Now, I want to save these views, okay? I want to save this view and this view and this view. There is a pretty cool little trick you can do. And up here you have this little icon, Save Views, and you can bring that up. And looks like I've got some already saved. I want to delete those out. But let's say, for instance, you want to save these views like this. That's so you can just jump back to them real quick without having to look. Because if you get a big map, sometimes you get confused on where you're at and exactly what you were working on. So if you have to jump back and forth between things in a map, it can get confusing. So right here you can get to it right here in this, or you can go to Utilities and there's Save Views, whichever way. But anyways, come in here and we'll put that on there. And I want to save this one as a save view. So all I have to do is come in here and create a save view. And all I have to do is name it. From view, save view is fine. Name this one. I want to name this one number 147. Sign number 147. And the description is a wrong way. Alright, all I have to do now is just click on it and it saved that view for me. Okay, now I want to do that. I'll do this one and I'll do this one too, and come back up here. See how now it's on there? Okay, so I'll do another one. Click on this, and this one's going to be sign number 140 or 167, and it's going to be a wrong way as well. Wrong way. Click on it, it saved it, and then we'll just jump back in there. Oh, not point cloud, but save views. I'll do another one. I'll come up here and do this one here, and this could be name full view. Name full view map. Click on it. So now I have all three of those in there just like that. Okay, and the thing of it is, if you ever want to, if you get in here and you have to pull back on these and whatever that's going on, you get them out of arrangement. Oh, and you're like, oh yeah, I need to go back in that area I was working on. Well, let me go up here and catch this. I can just double click that, and it brings me up to Applied Save Views. And you just click on it. All you have to do. Click on whichever, it doesn't matter which one. I can come up here and say 167, double click it, brings it here. Well, we knew this one was our big full view, right? I just click on this one and it brings me up where it shows me that 167. Like this one, if I want it to be, let's say the full view, which, sorry, full viewed out there in a sense, but come up here, full view, and just click. And it done it just like what it would have done it up here in this tile. So that's basically what you're getting into with saving these files. Now make sure too, whenever you do this, when you're saving your file, make sure you come over here and do File, and we'll do a Save Settings just to make sure that you don't lose anything, because that's very, very important that we don't lose anything along the way. Okay, so now you see how to save individual views, their tiles. But what if you want to save a group together? Like, let's say, for instance, we want all three of these, and let's move this one. You can just actually, like I said, you can grab these and move these up. I want to put this one up here, and I'll minimize this one, and I'll tile hit like over here, and we'll tile this one up, and like right in here, tile this one in. So we want to do something like this. Stretch that over, And this is the view that I want, and I want this one to be my plan view. It's got the whole entire drawing on it. So I'll come up here and of course I hit full view and I click. Well, that looks a little small, don't it? So we'll come back in here and full view, save view, local view. And what I want to do is I want to delete that. I don't like it. Okay. I like it. This is going to be better for us. And I can actually come up here and hit fit. Fits it perfect. I don't have to guess at it, try to zoom it back and forth or pan it back and forth with my wheel. And I want to come up here again and I want to hit save views again, and I'll click on this one and untitled it. And I can go in here and rename it, and I want to name this one full view. Alright, and now what I can do is I want this one to be just like this. And again, you can come up here to your save views. This is 167. Double click it. Make sure that these are the only ones on. You don't want these at this point in time. Click here. That one's already set, so we're good. And now the last one's going to be 147. And make sure just these four are on. Click here. Bam. I like that. It looks good, and I can move if I have to. So now, if you want to save this right here as a cluster, all three of them exactly the way they are together, you can come down here and this manage view groups, we'll make a view group. And of course I want to hit group, create view group, and the name of this one would be, we'll say the wrong way signs, descriptions, all wrong way signs. Okay, so I hit OK on that, and boom, there it is. So now I can default, and it goes back and it defaults, and they're the same, but I can change it. I can do some crazy stuff with it real quick. I can pull these around this way and that way. And now if I want to go back to that view, just double click it. Boom, right there it is. If I want to go back to the other view, just double click that, and that was that little button right here. So it's pretty neat to be able to use, especially when you get into drawing as far as civil and land drawings. These things can get really big, and it's easy and nice to be able to view and zoom in and back and forth to where you don't get lost on where you were working at. So it's really a neat aspect of this software.